Hey there, let's open Kali Linux machine and now I show you proxy chains and its basic and startup of proxy chains. So here is my proxy chains. So uses proxy chains for -q -f config file program name arguments -q makes proxy chains quit. This overrides this config setting and -f allows one to manually specify a config file to use, for example proxy chains telnet, some host like Facebook, Google, Instagram or whatever you want .com. So I use here a different command in proxy chains. Just have a look. Proxy chains wget. Let's give facebook.com and press enter. So preloading the information gathering, resolving facebook.com and connecting to Facebook proxy chains. So one time connection refused. So now I used to another website like proxy chains aiuv.edu. This is my university official website. Press enter. Here is the strict chain. So this is how proxy chain work. So this is how a ISP help local user uh, VPN to gaining data using Tor through SSH, VPN John Donim server or Tor guard relay or Tor middle relay, Tor exist relay, then it gaining this data. And Tor help to reach data by SSH, VPN or John Donim. Whenever you want to go to your desired data by SSH, VPN or John Donim, your ISP would be helpful for you. Let's have an example like if any attack gain Tor guard relay or pass Tor middle relay and finally Tor exist relay and Tor store activity of local user by incoming SSH VPN John Donim attack. SSH VPN John Donim server create a extra layer for incoming attack, then the layer goes next like Tor guard relay and Tor middle relay, and finally the layer is stopped by Tor exist relay. The Tor client has a list of nodes from a dictionary server. Then the Tor client establishes a random connection via nodes for target and passing some data over the encrypted situation. And now talk about weakness via SSH VPN John Donim. They can make a DNS and the SSH VPN and John Donim client reach correctly by the help of making DNS, and it can be kill the connection over SSH VPN, any of this layer like Tor guard relay, Tor video relay. And lastly, the VPN provide SSH or VPN John Donim. There is some other options without a single hop or second hop or last hop. Between them, there is also some other options by using ISP. And this process user go to TLS by the use of VPN, SSH, or then John Donim, and finally Tor, then internet.onion, and VPN as first hop here and Tor as last hop. And after that, the user go to SSH VPN John Donim and then Tor and internet.onion, your desired target. So here SSH VPN and John Donim as first hop and Tor as last hop. Now talk about if the Tor as first hop and SSH VPN John Donim as last hop. But in this system, Tor blocked his destination by SSH VPN John Donim server. Before this, between these two layers, Tor exit relay and SSH VPN John Donim server, between this layer, the Tor is stopped. SSH VPN John Donim 3 layer stopped and cannot reach their destination by this layer if Tor is fast hop and SSH is VPN John Donim as last hop. In some cases, Tor hide your IP address by SSH VPN or John Donim server and clarify your IP address and store your data, and Tor failed there. Here is a risk by John Donim server, and here the IP address is visible or stored in Tor. SSH VPN John Donim server, this is the last server. Before this 3-layer multiple hub is connected, and the local user or Tor client first go Tor guard relay and of course help of ISP, but in last SSH VPN John Donim server stopped, and SSH, VPN, and John Donne server, the best protection against local user Tor client. And Tor and VPN is totally two different systems. In this tutorial, I show you guys some background information about Tor and its basic layer, Tor enhancements, our original and some related work, and how an attacker design goals and assumptions, the Tor design, some hidden services, design decisions, attack and defenses, some early experience, Tor in the wild, and Tor is middle. Tor work in middle way between attacker user and destination. And first user go to Tor network and attacker target user before go to Tor, then the request by the send of user go to entity guard, middle relay, exit node,